Look at her go. Just out for a Sunday drive. I can't believe she ain't getting clogged up. Oh, back to work. Okay, guys. Katira's collection here. Got the critter back, the 69 Suburban 12. We took the SS12 and the 1909 to the storage unit and realized that we were out of room, so we had to bring something back to the house to tinker with. As you can see, there's some missing. Got a spot over there. That'll probably be Krusty's spot, because today hopefully I'll put the rear end back in when Kaylin gets back, so it's movable. But the plan is we're going to pull the motor off and then we're going to sit and think about which motor we're going to put on it. I did acquire a 10 horsepower diesel, but for some reason I just don't feel like putting it on this one, because it has already been painted. If it wasn't painted already, I would. But to do it properly, I'd like to put a different battery tray in, and there's a lot of hacking and cutting, and we shall see. I still might, but I'm not entirely sure. But we have that going on. Like I said, Krusty's rear end. The Hydra pulled it around here, no problem. It's been sitting, not running for a while. It gave me a little bit of trouble. I need Cal Whitman, the Onan Whisperer, that tuned up the 19.9. I'm sure he could get this tuned up perfect. We're gonna get him uncovered. But we might end up over at the storage units, because I like to show all the goodies that I got. Nothing too exciting to show back here. But let me get some things moved around here. While she's gone, I'm going to start pulling the motor off of this. Or I might throw the battery charger on and just let us all hear it run one last time. Because I don't know if it'll ever get put back on something. So you guys can see how bad it is. So let me do that. That sounds like a good idea. And we'll see how bad she is. And just like that, Critter doesn't have an engine anymore. You got to see how it ran. It did smoke, and I don't know if it picked it up in the video, but it knocks pretty good. Probably a little bit more than the typical Tecumseh knock. You could almost dope it up with some thicker oil and that would be okay, but the smoking issue is a little bit more of a problem in my mind because you're constantly going to be putting oil in it. But you guys tell me what you think you should put in there. I'm leaning more towards a cooler 16 horsepower that I have because that was the original idea. And I have mounted one on one of these Tecumseh frames. The only problem is right in this slot here, you have to get your bolt hole for the engine oil pan directly in the center of that. So you have to be pretty good at drilling. But other than that, it should bolt on, and then we'll have to notch the corner off of this and probably put a different battery tray in, that'd be it. The diesel might kick around in my head. I might end up thinking that's a cool idea for this one. But I did really like James's HT14 with the diesel on it, and I'd like to simulate that. So I have a few Hydro chassis that aren't that nice. But let's see what I can get accomplished today. I think I'm going to give him a bath because it's been 2 years too long. So okay, I don't know where we left off. Got the rear end sealed up for Krusty, but I searched and searched, couldn't find a brake band. I'm probably just going to buy a new one because I've depleted all my resources here of good used brake bands. I'm going to probably gather up some parts for him, get a steering wheel gathered up, see what else he needs, go from there. And then we moved everything around, got the yard cleaned up so actually grass might grow. Fired him up, towed him around, let him purr a little bit. Got the motor out of him, cleaned up some of it, cleaned the frame up. I was somewhat upset about the scratches and the paint being messed up from the engine, but the new cooler, which is what I finally decided, I think the 16 cooler is going to go on there because it's always been the dream. I'm just going to keep on going with it. So we have this. I drained all the gas out of it, the C12 that was in it. Another cool thing, I was searching through all my stuff, I found original chains off of something else. They look identical to the ones on this yellow Hydro's 3 points, so I put them on there. So that guy's ready for next year or whatever kind of work I want to put at him. Got the sickle bar and all of the attachments rounded up, so they're ready to move. I don't know what I'm going to do with that rear end. It is a 66. If I do anything with it, these hubs will be for sale if anybody wants those. I absolutely hate the split ones, but some people like them, I don't know. Something about cast iron where you squeeze it to where it actually is moved. It just doesn't set well with me. That's why they always break, I'm sure. That's why they switched from that setup. And we got all the attachments sitting over here in limbo. Then we put my prized possession, the Suburban 10, the 1967 Suburban 10 under there. And I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, that is a Hydro-Track rear end, the one that's up against the wall, and then the custom rear end there. That one's waiting its turn if any of mine ever go south, so that's about it. If the brake band would have been found, I would have put one on there, or put the rear end in there, but it just didn't happen. So we took advantage of the nice day, and there's the cat, another cameo of the cat. Get out of there. I'm trying to drink some water. I don't think you want to drink that water, kitty. No way. Yep, we cleaned up around here, got this all degreased and the junk off of it. So next weekend, if the weather's nice, we should be able to hit it hard and get something done. But that's Krusty still in its Jack Stan state, Jack Stan life. So he'll be coming around. We're gonna get this back together, and then old Critter's gonna get his turn. Get the big block that I always dreamt that I'd have on him, and then it won't blow that motor up, I can assure you that. But this one's gonna get a refresh. I'm gonna clean everything. I never put the parking brake lever on, so I'm gonna put that on, go through it again, dress some things up that I scratched up, and make it pretty again and start using it again. Get this steering wheel black, because I always hated that. It's so sun-baked that it's gray now. Might redo the hood, because there's spots like right in this area, there's like pits, It has a weird discoloration or funkiness about it I don't like. Maybe put headlights in them, but I always like that look. We might do the headlights behind the mesh like I thought of before, and then put like Sears behind that, so it's like kind of a ghost grill, just so it stays different like it's always been. But you'll get to see this next weekend hopefully, and possibly see him under his own power again, old Krusty. So until next time, talk to you guys later.